Hello, and welcome to the Utah Office for Victims of Crime funding application process. My name is Caden Erickson, and I'm here with one of our grant analysts, Melissa Waymond. We're thrilled to have you join us as we work together to support and enhance victim services across our state. Before applying for funding, there are a few important steps to complete to ensure a smooth and successful application process. This video will guide you through those steps and provide an overview of what's required. Also, everything we go over today will also be in the instructions packet. Here's an overview of what we'll be talking about in this video. First, I'll talk about the registration process for the System for Award Management, or SAM for short. That will be for federal applicants only. I'll also be going over Grant Management System Registration, or GMS for short. I'll then talk about our website and walk through specific pages that are important for you to know about. Melissa will then take the rest of the presentation and go over things like a review of our pre-screen process, a GMS walkthrough, a walkthrough of our grant application process, and Q&A references. We wanted to make an important note that we highly recommend and encourage all applicants to thoroughly watch both the initial live training session, or its recorded version, and the pre-recorded training modules available. These resources are designed to help you fully understand the application process and requirements. We're especially excited to welcome new applicants and look forward to partnering with you to serve victims of crime in Utah. Let's get started. We'll first start off with SAM registration, or again, the System for Award Management. This is for those who are applying for federal grants only. To register for a SAM, you visit the www.sam.gov website and follow the steps below to register. First, once you arrive to the website, you'll need to create an account if you have not already done so. To create a SAM account, select Sign Up and provide the required information. Step 2 is to obtain a Unique Entity Identifier, or UEI for short. During the registration process, your organization will be assigned a UEI, which is required for federal funding applications. Step 3 is to provide any required information, such as relevant tax identification information, a business address, and any other relevant details. The final step for SAM registration is reviewing your information and making sure it's accurate and submitting your registration. Please note that registration is free, but processing can take several days. Ensure you complete this step well in advance of the application deadline and avoid any risky or suspicious agencies offering to do it for you if you pay them. For additional guidance, refer to the help resources available on the www.sam.gov website. New applicants to UOVC must register their agency to gain access to the Grants Management System, or GMS, which is used to access, complete, and submit applications. To register, email mpeace@utah.gov with the following information: the agency's name, address, email, and phone number, as well as the contact person's name, email, phone number, and position. Once your information is submitted, you will receive instructions on how to access the system and begin the application process. Next, I'll go over UOVC's website to help you understand some helpful tools and resources that are at your disposal. To begin, we'll go to our website, which is crimevictim.utah.gov. The two most important links or tabs for you to be aware of are the Grants tab and the Training tab. We'll first go to the Grants tab. Once you click on the Grants tab, you'll notice on the left-hand side of the page that each of our federal and state awards has its own tab, including VOCA, VAWA, SASP, or our Utah State Sexual Assault Program grant, and our Utah Victim Services Program grant. There's a lot of useful information on each of these tabs, specifically eligibility requirements and reporting requirements for each grant. Next, we'll go to the solicitations page, which is a link here on the left side. This gives you an important timeline of important dates during the application process. This page will also have all of your application documents and video training modules as well. Finally, you'll see a link that says UOVC GMS. This is the link you will use to access the grant management system, or GMS, that I spoke about earlier. Once you click that link, it will take you to a log in the screen where you will be able to access the GMS once you have been registered. Finally, let's go to the training tab on the UOVC website. Here, there are options and opportunities for you to provide training and technical assistance. There are free statewide opportunities to all the victim advocates throughout Utah if you feel that it's needed for your agency. We encourage you to explore this page based on the needs of your advocates or agency. Thank you for your time. I'll now hand it off to Melissa to talk about our review of our pre-screen process.
Once you have completed the SAM registration and GMS registration, you are ready to start your application. The UOVC website and GMS website will both be important sites to bookmark. Begin by navigating to the UOVC website homepage. Locate the Grants tab at the top of the screen and click on it to access the Grants section. On the left-hand menu, find and click the Grants tab to expand the options. Under the expanded menu, select UOVC GMS to access the grants management system. Here you will log in with the username and password you set up during your GMS registration. This will always be the landing page when logging in. At the bottom of the page, you will see 4 application options for different funding sources. Click on each funding source to view a description of the program and its eligibility criteria. If the funding source aligns with your project, click the Apply button to begin your application. Make sure to review the descriptions carefully to ensure you are applying for the correct funding source. Once you access the application, you will be able to see blue tabs for each section that must be completed. Below these tabs, you will find the Files tab, where you can attach any required documents, and the Budget tab. In the Budget tab, select the appropriate year and begin entering your funding request. After saving your application, go to the top of the page and click on My Applications. This will display a list of all applications and previously funded grants for your agency. To reopen a saved application, locate the appropriate award record ID and click on it, the corresponding number. Be aware that federal and state funding have different requirements for both the application and the budget sections. Carefully review the relevant instructions to ensure accuracy and compliance. The following section is applicable to federal applicants only, those applying for VOCA, VAWA, or SASP funding. To determine eligibility for a particular federal funding source, all applicants must complete the pre-screen process. Each federal funding source has a pre-screen form, which can be found under the Grants Solicitation tab on the UOVC website. The form consists of a series of yes or no questions that address the fundamental requirements for eligibility. If a program answers no to any question, they must provide a detailed justification explaining why they believe they should still be considered for funding. This ensures that unique circumstances are taken into account and fosters a transparent review process. If you encounter any questions or require clarification while completing the pre-screen form, please reach out for assistance using our Q&A form. To ensure transparency and fairness, all questions about the RFP for federal funding must be submitted using the designated Q&A submission form. Questions submitted through other formats, such as email or phone, will not be addressed and you will be redirected to the form. If you are applying for state funding for sexual assault services, you may email Melissa Waymont at mwaymont@utah.gov with questions. Questions will be accepted until Tuesday, March 6, 2025 at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. For new applicants, it is highly recommended to review the answers on a daily basis, as many questions that can benefit all applicants, including ones you may not have thought to ask, are often addressed here. Links to both the Q&A submission form and the Q&A response form are located on the Grant Solicitation tab on the UOVC website and in the funding instructions. For technical assistance with the grants management system, please contact Mariah Pease at mpease@utah.gov. Our team is here to support you throughout this process and ensure that all applicants have the resources they need to complete their application. On behalf of UOVC, we extend our deepest gratitude to you for your dedication to serving crime victims. We hope this information has been helpful and clarifying. We look forward to reviewing your application and potentially supporting your vital work in assisting crime victims.